Well, hello, beautiful Sagittarians. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Thank you for joining me here, Sagittarius. Let's go, Sagittarius. What's going on? Change. Provoking change. Oh, nice card to start out with. The World. Oh, geez. Sagittarius love. Sagittarian energy. I see. I have had to sacrifice to transform. Wow. This is a new world. This is love. This is... Oh, I'm gonna sneeze here, Sagittarius. Hang on, I'll be back. Sorry about that, Sagittarius. I had to sneeze. So, Sagittarius, this is self-love. This is also the world. Cycles. Let's see what the world says. You have the world. A desire for fame tempts even the nobles' minds. 10th house, which is at the top of the zodiac, embodies the masculine principle and represents the father or a primary male influence, or at least a very powerful, influential man. It can also represent the man in a woman's life, because the 10th house opposes the 4th house. It sometimes represents a woman or the mother in your life, but mostly the 10th house stands for reputation and standing. This is an ambitious card. It's about owning the world and being on top of the world. It is an ultimate card to have for when you need to be confident in what you're doing and going for what you want, nothing less. Because the 10th house is in the house of Capricorn, it indicates that you're about to put forth a diligent and concerted effort to climb, and the advancement of your reputation is what the 10th house means when it turns up in a spread. It also suggests that looking at everything as the big picture, since the 10th house is ruled by Saturn, being required to tell the truth, to be honest, will have great bearing on how you advance your goals. People will discuss what you're doing, what you have started or about to make. You may be contacted by the media, become recognized, or at least you will see your efforts in some public forum. The matter in hand may have something to do with governments, traveling to other lands, or encountering foreigners. Or it could be just meaning that your ambitions are about to gain momentum. Layers of illusions will be removed. Your essential self disclosed, and this could be in relation to the public or possible love interests. If it's a love interest, they could be older or more established, or they will work along beside you in meeting your goals. If this card comes up, it can sometimes mean playing along with the status quo to get ahead. It could be to do with paying your dues, grabbing what you can and taking advantage of a situation. This card suggests how high you can go in this lifetime, or at least concerning the issue at hand. Since it symbolizes the world, it also represents the earth. So working the land or acquiring land, something that comes into play, can be therefore denote growth, crops, plants, farmers, and farming. Since Saturn in this card can also represent a reaper, such as you reap what you've sown. So with the 10th house card, you get back what you give. In essence, through this primary card and fame and infamy, your legacy, and what you will become known for. It's the house of success and failure. And this card will tell you of what will likely come about, depending on the surrounding cards and upon the energies that surround you at the current time. Truth and honesty will decide this matter. The universe is supporting you now. Well, the card that is surrounding it is love, Sagittarius, Venus, and you in your own energy. I see through the eyes of love. I see. You may be seeing your potential. You may be seeing and reaping what you have sown. Venus. Love is my religion, and I could die for that. Venus card says to let love take care of it for now. Venus is the morning star and the brightest of all the planets. It is the planet of beauty and balance, and named after the goddess of love and romance, which is what planet rules Scandinavian lands. The equivalent to the Roman goddess Venus was Freya. Oh. Among the Greeks, she was Aphrodite. Venereal disease is named for Venus. After all, she charms and seduces. She was once associated with Lucifer. Oh, I didn't know that. Who was not a demon but an angel of light who fell to the earth from the heavens. In reality, the part of the astrological chart, Venus rules where we want the good life, where we desire ease and comfort, sweets, kisses, and we want to see beautiful, be beautiful, and smell beautiful. Venus co-rules with the sign of Libra and Taurus, but the energies function differently in these signs. In Libra, Venus works best in the fields of beauty, social balance, romantic love, while Taurus Venus stands for creature comforts and accumulating fineries. In both signs, Venus is a very partner-oriented. There is a great good to unite with one another. With the Venus card represents itself. It can bring on codependency and fears of going it alone. Both Libra and Taurus are signs best supported in some form of partnerships, but it does not necessarily have to be romantic. Venus is the lesser Neptune. Love, romance, and art are her domains, yet she doesn't get lost in them and lose her practical side. In fact, Venus is the planet of fashion, luxuries, balance, symmetry, artistic ability, and sugary foods, and prefers to overlook the ugliness in the world. Buying objects that are beautiful, unnecessary, or excessive may come into play where this card is drawn. So be careful of wasting funds on items just because you want them. You may feel compelled to buy something beyond your budget because you think it's beautiful, while you really don't need it. On the other hand, you may be attracting those very things on your own. Venus also rules money, especially money shared in a partnership or marriage. But it can be a business enterprise as well. Money worries should find resolution. So art, hair salons, restaurants, movies, concerts, dance recitals, craft shows, cosmetics, and fashion may figure in. You may be dealing with artists or people who work in the arts. You may discover a more creative and artistic side of yourself. Venus is the most humane and fair of the planets, so you may be asked to feel compelled to settle a dispute. Courts, law, or judgments may factor in. But more than this card indicates that either a new love coming into your life or the improvement or a new start for an older love relationship. So when Venus card presents itself in a reading, the first thing to focus on in romance is love, but after that, creativity and reinforcement. You can be assured you are found very attractive at the present time and be subject of advances. So if romance becomes playful, even childlike, it is time for full heart blessings. If a relationship begins, it will have more sense of contentment and happiness in it, unless Saturn card comes up in its spread, which it is not. Sagittarian energy. I see. Luck is not chance. It's toil. Fortune's expensive smile is earned. So Sagittarius, you have earned this eternal blessings. This is why the universe is being kind to you. You may be meeting someone who you love. This could be an older masculine. If you are the feminine, you could be this older masculine meeting love, but it's also about other things. It's also about that you have chosen love. You have seen that love has brought you, this is kindness, this is gentle. It doesn't have to be in romance, but it certainly can be. Scorpio, we'll finish Saggy here. You're just about ready to hit your mark. The sign of Sagittarius is ruled by the planet Jupiter. It is a mutable, easygoing fire sign. The ancient symbol of Sagittarius is half man, half horse, known as the centaur. This creature trained in the art of archery, who always manages to hit its target no matter how far he roams. Sagittarians are honest, candid, not afraid to speak the truth. And since this freedom-loving fire sign is not offended by the truth, he is often surprised when others take offense to his words. Sagittarians are drawn to religion and ideas, even though sometimes they deny it. They will go through periods of not being religious at all, or claim to not believe in anything. But bucking against authority, religion and philosophy are concepts that remain fascinated through. They will argue for hours about religion and usually at some point in their life return to some type of faith. But such a faith always remains an intellectual pursuit. Sagittarians are highly idealistic, creative, and outdoorsy, and have a great sense of play and fun. They're also extremely restless and would prefer not to stay in the same spot. Instead, they would rather roam. Sagittarians dislike routine, are encumbered by unusual 9-to-5 jobs. This may end up, they may end up as magicians, fire eaters, tattoo artists, entertainers, publishers, library agents, clergy, tutors, bookstore owners, and whatever does not require any set schedule. Sagittarians tend to be rather lucky, but have a habit of not handling money well, and will sometimes squander any wealth that comes up to them. They are confident, which makes them highly attractive and popular, drawing to them what they need. So Sagittarians also have integrity and will not go along with anything unfair or underhanded. Wicca, paganism, and the Catholic Church are all ruled by Sagittarius. When you think about it, these religions, with their pomp and ceremony, candles and incense, have much in common, though may not be showy as their fellow fire signs. Leo or Sagittarians tend to be I don't know that word, by their nature, prefer to be memorable. The Archer sign does not want an ordinary life. When Sag card turns up in a reading, freedom, as at the current time, is essential. You will feel the need to fight against restrictions and any kind, and want everything out in the open. You want to know where you stand. If your question is pertaining to a relationship, you or your partner need to be given extra space to loosen the reins. You may find yourself especially philosophical at this certain time, and even studying religions which may not have appealed to you before. Interestingly, Sagittarius is the sign representing large animals, especially horses and big dogs. You may be soon acquiring a new pet, or it may be that animals are already a big part of your life. Like these beautiful beasts, you love the sense of wilderness and being open. You may soon travel to areas with vast countrysides, or regions with mountains and lakes that you want to explore. You might embrace a new philosophy, enroll in a class of higher learning, or begin a study of churches and religions. A visit to the casino or other area while gambling takes place could come about. You will likely be fortunate and win this venture as long as you don't proceed recklessly. It's a good time to take a gamble. Your future looks promising because you're ready to expand and grow beyond your limits. If you encounter difficulties, you will surmount them easily and move forward on your next lucky break, which is coming soon. Okay, Scorpio. I transform. Scorpio. Scorpio, Scorpio. Put your ear down close to your soul and listen hard. Acknowledging desire and surrendering yourself to the depths will serve you best at this time. Scorpio is one of the most fascinating signs in the zodiac. It is ruled by Pluto, planet of gutters and extreme. It is a sign of sex, money, and passion, and is a powerful sign. Scorpios have a bad reputation for ruthless behavior, which is not deserved. Like the other water signs, Scorpio is emotional, but not in the sympathetic way of Cancer and Pisces. When Scorpio enters the room, they don't have to say a word for the crowd to know that they can feel their energy, the depth in their ability to understand others, all the while revealing much about themselves is profound. Scorpios inspire you to tell them your darkest secrets while revealing none of their own. When Scorpio feel deeply the fear of loss of control, and they will sting when threatened or concerned. Almost always Scorpios will deliver the last hit. Scorpio does not roll over and play dead. They never forget a slight. People of this sign will make their mark even when they have to do it alone. If the Scorpio card comes up, then you are being tested. You may feel isolated and on your own without much sympathy or help from others. If so, it is time to stand on your own and fight these forces gathered against you. You will likely win and come through much stronger and happier than before, but it is still an intense time. There is a number of positive changes with this card. You will soon gain what you worked hard for, and this card implies karmic issues, even the resurfacing of past life reconciliations of so many of your relationships now will be of a karmic nature and thus tried as well. Your life may seem like a real trial. Interesting. Matters involving inheritances and money may figure in, such as heirlooms, legacies, and what comes through family or people who you were tied to from your deep past. You may have to deal with someone who may plot revenge or something you may not be guilty of. It could also be a time where enemies surface, so you should be wiser to protect your reputation. Strong sexual attractions may arise, whether wished for or not. Obsessions are possible. It is wise not to get wrapped in intrigues with people that you don't know very well or have known for only a short time. Do not attempt to maneuver or manipulate anyone, as this will backfire. On the positive side, now is the time to be resourceful and guard that which you have worked for. If romance is your question, expect to be transforming and not something that you leave aside. In some cases, your partner may seem aloof and hard to reach, and matters may erupt into unexpected passions. If surrounding cards indicate that things will progress, this may be one of the most important and transformational relationships you have ever had. In dealing with jobs and careers, expect intensity, restrictions, and demands. And sometimes when this card comes up, it indicates you will be going through a period of deep analysis, self-analysis. You may seek profession or not, may work through a time alone, reading through or reflecting. Be careful when it comes to finances in areas of taxes, property, and shared assets. You could have resounding successes or tremendous losses. But the message is to take your chance and stick with your decision no matter what. You have the ability now to make it work. Neptune, sacrifice. The whole idea of compassion is based on keen awareness of the interdependence of all these living beings which are part of one another and all involved with one another. You are being directed into an area which may feel unknowable, surrendering to the mystery, and may work best for now. Although nebulous, hazy, and indirect, the energy of Neptune is one of the easiest to see. When Neptune is placed in a chart where you are most inspired, but also an area where we deceive ourselves, it is the place of mishaps, bringing on undercurrents of stagnancy. For so many, Neptune is the source of many troubles, since this card indicates escapism as well as beauty. Dreams, films, or disappointments, refusing to look at what is real, simply being unable to. Seeing enemies as friends and vice versa. All are traits brought on by this watery planet. So you're being cautioned of who you spend your time with, especially those you don't know very well, because friends may seem as enemies and enemies may be seen as friends. And it could be friend and family problems. It may be a lack of boundaries and confusion, where some may orchestrate their victimhood. Be very certain that a victim is not you. Neptune is the place of beauty that is with ethereal and not so easily reached. Neptune is inspired visions. So anyway, Sagittarius, that's enough reading. So it's like you got the World here, Sag, which is a great card to have, especially a time of like good fortune. This is love, and this is you seeing, Sagittarius, hitting your mark. Now could be a very profitable time for you hitting the mark here, Sag. But you got to be aware of these. Someone could be like pretending to be a friend that is not a friend. You've got to be careful of people that you don't know very well, because there is some kind of sacrifice here. So don't take unnecessary risks. Hang on to your money. It's like beware of unscrupulous people, because friends may seem like friends that could be enemies, and enemies could actually be your friends. So it's almost as if this is warning you, Sagittarius, you're about to hit the mark. Things are working out. This is a lucky time for you, especially to do with winnings, especially to do with work projects, especially to do with things that are to do with property, inheritances, governments, stuff like that. We gotta watch for people out for revenge, watching for people. This is not you. This is not your energy. Like, you're not the one who is sitting here being unscrupulous or looking for vengeance, because you're seeing through the eyes of love. This is your energy up top here. This is what you're being warned of. Unscrupulous people, people seeking revenge. People who seem as friends that are not friends. Or it could be roles reversed. This Neptunian energy is not your energy. It's clearly saying it is not you. So it's unscrupulous people that you got to look out for. Let's see what the tarot has to say. Can you clarify Neptune for me, Spirit? Can you clarify this Neptunian? Is there Scorpio? Friends. Can you clarify Neptune for Sagittarius? Neptune. Clarify Neptune here, Spirit. What do you mean by Neptune? What is Neptune? Could be to do with legal issues. Could be to do with courts, legal documents, planning. You could be walking away from something. Holy Jesus, what's this sacrifice about? This could be that Scorpio energy that keeps coming up. It's Scorpio. Unscrupulous. Somebody could be seeking revenge here. This could be about casting judgments. This can be about legal judgments. It also is the house of, like they said, inheritances, wills, legal documents, dealing with courts. Unscrupulous people. It's all water. Okay, we got Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. It's interesting. They're all together here. Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. Friends. Venusian love. So Sagittarius, you're focused in on love. You're seeing someone through the eyes of love. You may, think of okay, it could be that, oh shit, someone is stressing out here. Somebody's worried. It's a friend. a friend that you should be concerned with. It's like friends, they may be coming off as friendly. Beware of unscrupulous people, especially those you do not know well. We have a King of Cups coming off as a friend. We also have the King of Swords coming off as a friend. Now, friends who could be enemies, you know, when they get stung, this Scorpio energy is here. Like when they get stung, they may want revenge somehow. Well, it's like the truth, the truth, the truth. Somebody may not like the truth. Somebody may not like hearing the truth. I don't know. Sagittarius. We've got Leo energy here. So there is love here. I mean, there's no question, Sagittarius. And now that there is the lovers here. Jesus, Sagittarius, you might be getting into a new love relationship being offered to you, Saggy. You're very close to hitting your mark here. You're close to hitting the mark, your target here. Like you're seeing everybody through the eyes of love. It's like you're looking at everyone through the eyes of love, which is why you are one of the most blessed signs. Like you don't have this vindictive nature about yourself. It is your loving nature that is your blessing. It's like you're very so you could be dealing with other people who could be other people's problems, like this is transformation as well. I don't know, it could be about relationships. Yeah. There's Saggy. Someone's spying, very destructive force. So there could be some kind of problem here. Somebody, it's to do with the house of reputations and the house of, like, this could be someone trying to get vindictive on you by slandering you or slandering someone you care about. Friends that want to seem like friends, but they may not be friends. They might be enemies, Sagittarius. So it is warning you to keep your eyes focused on, you're very close to hitting your mark. Just don't like overspend. Don't be like going crazy just because you see you want something. Don't buy it. Can you tell me about Sagittarius's money? Tell me about Sagittarius's money. What does Sagittarius have to look forward to in regards to money? Let's talk about finances for Sagittarius. Sagittarius, damn. You're just gonna have to watch other people, Sagittarius. You're so close to achieving the world here. You're so close to achieving the world. This could be an older masculine that's coming toward you, Sag. Or vice versa. If you're this older man, you're so close to hitting your mark here. You just got to watch out. You've got to be cautious here about other people entering into your life at this moment with selfish intentions. That's your only caution. Don't just like leap into relationships. It keeps talking about your relationships. I'm asking you for finance about Sagittarius spirit. Financially, what does Sag gotta know financially? Stability. Good news. But you got to watch unscrupulous people. Avoid be honest. Don't be dishonest about nothing. You're going to have to watch out for people who are dishonest, Sagittarius, because they're going to bring some kind of problem to you. That's what it's saying. Like financially, then you're comfortable here, Sagittarius. 9 of Pentacles is someone financially going to be okay. It's just you got to watch overspending. You got to watch unscrupulous people, especially to do with things. Well, you're showing up as abundant, so things to do with inheritances, winnings, stuff like that. Watch for unscrupulous people coming in, people wanting to befriend you, bringing you their burdens, their problems. Mm-hmm. That's all it's saying. Watch out for unscrupulous people. Particularly those who are entering your life that you've only known for a short period of time. That's what it's saying. Because, like, friends can be enemies, and enemies could actually be friends. And it is to do with friendships. Take care.